Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today I wanted to do an April Fool's Jack-in-the-Box nail design. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So I've been really wanting to try to use this flocking powder. So I came up with this Jack-in-the-Box idea, and we're just gonna flock every bit of this design. So I started off putting some gel polish, and I did find it easier to just lay it down here on this nail form backing, press those little fibers down onto the wet gel, and once I cure that, I can just brush off the excess. So here I am taking some rhinestone glue with a rhinestone and sticking on a spring from a used up pen, and I'm using my tap light to cure that in place. And now I'm going to be taking some nail extension gel. It's the non-stick hand in milky white from Born Pretty, and I just wanted to sculpt the head. So again, every inch of this is, aside from the spring, is going to be covered in flocking powder, and I have this vision in my head and I think it's gonna come out super cute. So I'm just screwing that onto the spring there, and I'm getting more of this stuff to make the jester hat and the nose and the eyes. So I'm just testing out like how much I need here. I'm really making this as I go. I had the idea in my head, but I didn't really plan it. So hopefully this turns out. So I don't really mess with April Fools anymore. I've had my share of April Fools in the past, and they're all fun and games until you lose an eye. No, just nothing like that happened. But yeah, so what do you guys do for April Fools? I remember one time I pranked my boss. I had the key to the place, and when he showed up, I was like lying on the floor. I had like corn syrup and red food coloring spread all over like the floor, but it was like on my shirt because I didn't want to mess up the floor. And I made it look like I was dead, and I filmed it, and unfortunately that footage is long lost, but the reaction was priceless. Like the secretary was the wife of the owner and of my boss, and she was so upset with me because she didn't want him to get like a heart attack or anything. And looking back, yeah, that was a little bit extreme, but I do think it was super funny. But yeah, what kind of things do you pull for April Fools? So I found that curing this extension gel was very sticky. And stickiness right now is not my friend because it's attracting all these flyaway flocking powder, and I really need to get rid of that. So what I'm doing is I decided to paint everything that I was going to paint in the color that I needed before I flocked it with the powder. That I don't even know if what I'm saying is right. Because after I put down this gel polish and you nail cleanse it, the surface ends up becoming smooth, and that's exactly what I need if I don't want flocking powder everywhere, especially on the face. So I put two big beady little eyes on this guy and a big lip with some lipstick on there. I also painted the face white, and then I did give that a nail cleanse. So now I'm just also I thought that if I start sectioning things off and putting powder, all these other spaces that are still sticky are going to attract all that flocking powder. So I decided again to just color everything first, so that after I nail cleanse it, the surface is nice and smooth and the flocking powder won't stick onto it and could easily be removed if it did. So I'm coloring yellow for the hat, and then I'm going to be coloring one side of this pointy part of the hat with red and the other side with blue. And once I get all of this done, I'm going to be recoloring each section piece by piece, and then putting the what's the word, associated or corresponding flocking powder with it. There you go. So now I'm going to be painting up the nose of this Jack-in-the-Box. I'm just going to cover the whole big nose and then dip it into the flocking powder. And then again, I'm going to go piece by piece, coloring it with the same color that I used and dipping that into its own flocking powder pot. Just to loosen it up, because when I get these, it's kind of compact and settled. I just wanted to mix it up a little bit to loosen up those fibers. And depending on like what I'm dipping in there, I am gonna have to grab this cuticle pusher and just literally pick up some of this flocking powder and just pat it into place, especially in the crevices. And then I'll take a brush and just brush it off. So I'm adding some hair here. We're going to go full out with detail on this Jack-in-the-Box. So I'm just going in with some orange and painting the hair below the hat, on the back of the head. And then I've got some orange flocking powder that I'm going to somehow dip in there. If not, again, use my cuticle pusher to make sure I get every inch of what I painted on there. And I'm using the same color just in case like there are moments where there isn't flocking powder. It still looks like one cohesive piece because it's the same color. So again, I am brushing it off with my brush. You want a nice soft stiff brush and gently brush it so you don't like scrape the whole thing off. But yeah, I thought that this would be hard because the hat has a lot of connection pieces and crevices that might make it hard for the flocking powder to stick. But it turned out pretty okay. I just had to make sure that I had the layer, like the pieces that I was going to do first, be the right ones. So because this is the base, which is the base of the hat, I started with the yellow, and then after that I'm going to be applying the red and the blue on top. If I did it the other way, would it still look nice and clean? Maybe, but I feel like maybe the yellow would have ended up getting into the red and blue parts. I don't know, it's hard to say. But yeah, I just thought about what pieces should overlap each other, and I wanted this red and blue to overlap the yellow, so that's why I did the yellow part first. But I'm just going to continue with this, and then later on I'm going to jump back in because we have to attach some caviar beads at the end of these little hat points to make it look like they're bells coming off the jester hat. So just brushing off the last bits and pieces, cleaning this up. I'm going to be taking my Beetles rhinestone glue and put a little dot at the tip of these 2 points and attach a caviar bead. I have to work quickly because I don't want the caviar bead to run up. And here is the end result, you guys. I'm just going to show this the one time here, but we've got our April Fool's Jack in the Box shaking its head. Look at that. Look at me. It's so cute. And it feels so nice and velvety. Let me know what you guys think about this flocking powder. Let me know what you think about the design. I hope you guys have a nice, safe, and fun April Fool's. Join me later tonight. We have Night at the Improv at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. But also, guys, please join me Sunday morning. I'm going to be posting an Easter design. It's part of a collaboration that I am doing with 6 other ladies. And I'm so excited for it. I'm sure that you're going to have a blast. So again, go please check it out. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.